Good evening, good evening, good evening. If you don't know, I am Siddiqi's brother.
Yeah, I told everybody. I told him that.
He adopted me almost 20 years ago. But first of all, we want to thank each and every one of you all for coming. I'm Alderman Howard Brookins of the 21st Ward. And I need to acknowledge a couple people who are very important to us all in this room. We have Alderman David Moore. David, are you still here? We also have Mayor Derek Borges from South Village. Mayor. We have Alderman DeAndre Tillman of Calumet City. We have Mayor Bernard Osbury from Hazelcrest. Trustee Juanita Hardin of the Village of Matson. We have State Representative Justin Slaughter. We have State Representative Debbie Myers-Martin. We have Alderman Chris Talafero. And we have State Senator L.G. Sims. Did I miss anybody who is not speaking? The Consul General of Pakistan, I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing his name.
Tariq Karim, Mr. Tariq.
So I want to thank each and every one of you all for coming today. Some years ago, Siddiqui had a dream and a vision to bring people of color in the business community with people of color who are elected officials throughout the county. And with that, he has been bridging the gap between the business community and the elected officials to help get good people elected. And he's had a tremendous success, and it has culminated big with our mayor-elect.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, I want to introduce somebody who affectionately calls me his brother, and I call him my brother, Tariq Siddiqui.
It is a big success. And I'm going to tell you, it took a whole lot of work that man did.
Yes, sir.
We were all behind him. But I'm going to say one thing. If all of you want policies made according to your liking, your religious belief, or your customs, be on the damn table where the policies are written.
You better listen.
You guys are not.
Better listen.
And the reason you're not because you just criticize politicians or politics, you never take a part of it. And that is not going to fix your problem. People, wake up to reality. Wake up to reality, otherwise you'll be in some corner, nobody was going to notice you. And people will make policies that you will not like, or your children will not like. So trust me on that part. Wake up to reality and get on that table, find a chair on the table where policies are written, or policies are made. This man worked so hard, tirelessly, because he's trying to get us someplace. He's trying to help us to be part of this culture that we have here in Chicago. So please, I'm requesting you, I'm actually demanding you guys take a part in politics and not be just criticizing politicians, which more often I hear everybody wants to criticize some politician somewhere, whatever they're doing. But then take a chair on the table. And that is very, very important. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is. Now, having said that, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to invite the person who's actually that I follow. Yeah. And without a doubt, I can tell you this, she's the most powerful woman in the state of Illinois.
You better listen. Better listen.
Over and over, she is the most powerful woman, but I'm proud of saying she's my best friend. We've been together for ages. Give her a big hand.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I am very grateful to be here today. I just want to thank my former colleague, Alderman Brookins, for all his good work. He is a friend and colleague of Siddiqui's for a very long time. I want to thank Siddiqui and his partner Saeed, I think he's over right here, for bringing everybody together today. Let me just come back a little bit to what Siddiqui said. If we're going to have a strong democracy, we need people to be participants, to be active, right? And that's what Siddiqui has been encouraging people in the Muslim American community, in the Pakistani community, and more broadly, across the board, encouraging people to be active and engaged. I'm grateful to see so many of you here tonight. I hope you brought your checkbooks. The mayor-elect has a rough road ahead of him. As many of you know, I ran for this office 4 years ago, and I cheerfully say that our problems are more challenging now than they were then. So he's got a tough road ahead of him, and he's going to need your help and support and your prayers. Amen. Your help and your support and your prayers, and I hope you will give those all generously. He is a good man. His wife says he's a good husband. He's got 3 great kids. He's been a very active, engaged, concerned commissioner. I know he'll bring those same talents and energies to the office of the mayor of the city of Chicago. Please welcome Mayor-elect Brandon Carter.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President, for your leadership and your example. We're always better off when we leave a teacher in charge.
You better listen.
As our president has demonstrated that for some time now. And Siddiqui and Saeed for bringing families together. I am grateful for that. And to all the elected officials and leaders that are here this evening, this is exactly the hope and the wish that I had when I ran for mayor of the city of Chicago. For a better, stronger, safer Chicago to take place, we have to have a multicultural, intergenerational movement to see that come to fruition. And it looks like we're off to a really great start. Give yourself a hand. I will not be before you long. One of the things that I think is important that we lift up repeatedly, that we are accountable one to another because we are accountable to a force that is greater than us.
Amen.
And
Amen.
as you all have come through this moment of fasting to rid ourselves of our fears, our inhibitions, in many cases our doubts, and sometimes the frustration that happens throughout the course of life because life is hard. And so to relinquish yourself of those things and to be in tune with something that is greater than yourself. That is the ultimate sacrifice that I believe that's required in this moment. Because giving of yourself, that is the act that I believe that God has called us to do. That if we're going to be a better, stronger, safer Chicago, we're going to have to lean on one another. And that means trusting one another. And that will mean challenging one another at times. But if we are all centered and focused to make sure that this time of fasting as it comes to an end, that our work begins as our fasting ends, then I believe and I'm confident that we're going to be just fine. The last thing that I'll say before I take my seat, because there's salmon on the plate,
Yes, sir.
is that I am so humbled, my wife and I, by the outpouring of love and inspiration that my family has received. And raising our 3 children in the city of Chicago, that is the greatest task that both of us have. And what we want for our family, we want for every single family around the city. But here's the part that excites me the most. Because clearly in this room there are individuals that have elected leadership positions in businesses, not in the city of Chicago, but the region. I want the office of the mayor to be a space that influences the region. And that's why I'm grateful to work and to collaborate with every single level of government. Because it won't be enough for the city of of Chicago to succeed. We have to make sure that the success of Chicago benefits the Southland and the western suburbs, central and southern Illinois, that as we work to unite those cities, that it is our job to unite the state. And if we can do that and be a leading example in our overall region, then we can take this incredible faith movement across the country. So I'm looking forward to being sworn in. I'm looking forward to leading this city, and I'm looking forward to many more meals together. Thank you again. God bless you.